Hello, and welcome back to another deep dive into the Grishaverse. Today, we're asking the important questions. Which book in the Shadow and Bone trilogy is the best? Shadow and Bone, the first one? Siege and Storm, the second one? Or Ruin and Rising, the third one? If you can tell from my very obvious facial expressions, I believe Ruin and Rising is the best, just because maybe I like cult mentality books, or The Big Change, or maybe that our characters finally became less than two-dimensional, because that's what I really liked. Let me give a quick couple of line summary of each book, in my opinion. Finds new powers, finds new loves, and then it all crashes down. Escaping all of my problems, getting on a boat, meeting new awesome characters, and then bad things happen. Almost dead, underground caves, cult mentality, and then dead almost again. So, also there was a pretty big scene, or a pretty big moment in here where they're just searching for a Firebird, obviously, and it's just so pointless. Oh my god. Leigh Bardugo, I love your universe, but I really did not like this trilogy. It was kind of hard for me to get through at first. But I made it, and I really like the world building and the characters. I mean, specific characters, I do not like Alina, not until the third book. So maybe that's why I think I like this one better, because it is in her point of view. All three of them are, and at least she has some sort of personality and care for people in this book, because I really feel like she was just so shallow in the other books. Maybe she was a normal human just acting like that, but we want to read special things. So, Ruin and Rising is the best. But which one do I like more? Here. For plot, I would say Shadow and Bone, because Siege and Storm, the whole beginning just was so pointless, I felt. Like, why do I even need to read that many pages of them doing something if it's just not gonna happen anyways? So that's really annoying. But this didn't have the most interesting plot either. At least Siege and Storm had Nikolai. Nikolai saves everything because he's funny, he's humorous, he's cute. He has responsibility, he has a good personality. He's like the opposite of the Darkling. Alina's not the opposite of the Darkling. Nikolai is, honestly, in my opinion. And some interesting things actually happen, along with some kind of sad things. But still, I think that Siege and Storm probably second best, but it's very close to being last place with Shadow and Bone, which is really sad, because why is the first book the worst? As long as you get through it, it'll be good to get to these. Especially Six of Crows. If you haven't read Six of Crows duology, it's like this was a draft of how good Leigh Bardugo could do. Six of Crows, my heart, multiple characters, diverse characters, huge heist, huge stakes, and you never know what's gonna happen. Never expect what's gonna happen. Beautiful story. This is just gonna turn into a Six of Crows fan video, but I'm gonna get onto that later. We need to focus on Shadow and Bone, okay? Because Shadow and Bone is what's going on right now, and yes, Six of Crows has happened recently. They're within the Shadow and Bone series. I like it. It's just kind of complicated. You know how it is. How they go with shoving everything together when they're making a series. Yay! So yes, I do think you need to read these books to fully enjoy the Grishaverse, because they set up everything. to understand the problems and even the different prejudices that the different people in Kerch have when you're reading Crooked Kingdom and Six of Crows, you need to know the story behind Sancta Alina. And the love triangle is pretty interesting. Plus, Nikolai is the main character, one of them in King of Scars. So, Shadow and Bone, the series, is pretty okay. Mediocre, but if you want to read before you watch, or if you want a refresher, they're not terrible. This one's the best. They're not terrible. Thanks for tuning into my little rant about how the last book is the best one, but I still read them all anyways and enjoyed them. So, thank you and see ya!